today's match, Brendan Rice, and all today's match officials.
And you're welcome along here to St Chernock's Park in Clonus. It's the opening game of the Lidl Ladies Division 2 League with us here. Monaghan, the home team, of course, taking on Cavan. One we're certainly looking forward to. Thankfully, any early morning heavy rain has passed over us here. It will be, I would imagine, a greasy surface that the two teams will be contending with. We've got the team news for you as well, and we'll just go through them for you here. We'll start with the home side, Monaghan. They have Edel Corrigan in goal, Maeve Monaghan, Sarah Boyd and Aoife McInnesby in their full back line, with Nicola Fahy, Abby McCary and Amy Garland in the half back line. Amanda Finnegan and Lauren Garland make up the midfield partnership, with Laura McEnany, Ella McCarran the captain and Shauna Coyle in the on the half forward line. Casey Traynor, Murren Atkinson and Cora Courtney complete the starting 15. Now you can hear then on the PA system that the Cavan team has been announced. We know there is a change on that team, and we'll get confirmation of that. Mona Sheridan, as you heard, they're coming in. So it is Elaine Walsh in goal, Rachel Doonan, Warren Smith and Shauna Lynch on the full back line. Sinead Green, Laura Fitzpatrick and Mona Sheridan, as you heard, they're in on the half back line, with Catherine Dolan and Nessa Bird at the middle of the field. Ciara Finnegan, Laura McVitie, Avian Kieran then on the half forward line, with Geraldine Sheridan, Aisling Sheridan and Aisling Gilson in completing their starting 15. So I say the PA system just going through them with us here as well. Early morning rain has passed us by. Just the remainder of the team sheet for you as well. Just back to the Monaghan team, and from a subs perspective, on the bench they have Nolene McGurk, Ciara McInnesby, Jodie McQuillan, Anita Newell, Emer Traynor, Jane Drury and Holly McQuaid. Niamh Brennan, Kelsey Maguire, Chloe McBride, Jane Duffy and Jennifer Duffy, Rachel McGuigan, Sarah Wilson and Aoife Burns. A strong panel of 30 there for Monaghan today, lining out, and no doubt that subs bench will be made good use of. And just completing then the 30 team sheet of Cavan then. At 16 is Holly Lynch, Amy Rooney, Emer Cochran, Elaine Brady, Emma Halton, Kate McIntyre, Mona Sheridan, Murren Cusick, Niamh Halton, Niamh Keenahan, Roisin O'Keefe, Shanice Fitzsimons, Shannon McCormick, Sinead McGovern and Sinead McKenna. And no game is ever complete without the PA informing somebody of something that's wrong with their car back in the car park. I believe they've left their car open, would you believe? And it is, as highlighted there, a rainy day. But as noted, the rain thankfully has passed us by. There was heavy showers on the way into Clonus here this morning. 12 o'clock start, of course, for this one as well. An early start. Brendan Rice is our referee. He's out in the middle of the field with the remainder of his officials there as well as linespeople and indeed his umpires. Very close now to throw in for this one, and one certainly that we're looking forward to. A good local derby, as I noted, to get this division underway. These two sides would have met in Division 2 last year, and obviously then, owing to COVID and lockdowns, the promotions and relegations that would have occurred through the leagues was not completed, so it's back where you were. Monaghan did prevail on that day in the league, so they did, and will no doubt be looking to get the perfect start back home here again for themselves. Also announced in recent weeks, of course, their sponsorship with Combi Lift as well. Will be sporting their Combi Lift jerseys for the first time today, and the announcement also was made that Ellen McCarn will be their captain for the year, while Laura Fitzpatrick is the captain then for the Cavan team. That announcement being made during the course of the year, or course of the past few weeks with us as well. So as I say, one we're really looking forward to. Kieran Murphy, the manager for the Monaghan team, again, when he'd been talking to local media, he sort of highlighted that he could be nearly 2 years possibly in there, but it feels like only a couple of months owing to the stop-start nature of where he found himself last year. Jerry Moan, of course, the new manager in from Cavan's perspective. So it'll be interesting to see just will there be change of style, change of approach from Cavan to it. We're going to have Aaron Naveen here as well. Pat McCabe, the gentleman that's going to be singing it for us. Of note, indeed he is. I was just going to say that, and the PA system took the words right out of my mouth. One thing you could be rest assured of from Pat, he will give it his full and all, and he certainly did do that as the two teams just go into their huddles here again. Cavan off to my left-hand side, Monaghan off to the right-hand side. The subs will be leaving the field, taking their places here in the empty stand. Of course, this encounter happening behind closed doors. Once again, the Cavan subs have made their way, looking to see is there any last-minute changes to them. It doesn't appear so. It looks like just that one change. Mona Sheridan coming in 22 and her back in place of the number 7. Zara Fay is the only change that they have made there. We didn't get any word of any changes or any team news from a Monaghan perspective, so we take it that they're going as per the team sheet. I say Monaghan off to our right, Cavan down to our left. The last few words of encouragement going in. Brandon Rice, the referee, has already given a little short shrill whistle. There he goes with the second one. He's keen to get the action underway with us here as well. So he is. So surface of St. Chernock's Park in pristine condition. Has seen very, very little action this year so far. In fact, I wouldn't envisage that this is the first inter-county game certainly that has been here in 2021. And one would have to go back possibly to county finals in Monaghan from a club perspective for the last piece of action, and even after that then it was championship time. Cavan and Monaghan in the preliminary round of the Ulster Senior Championship from a men's perspective, so it's been quite a while from we've been here in the grounds in Clonus. As noted, appear to be going Monaghan as per team sheet. 18 is in. There is a change to the middle of the field. Jodie McQuillan is in the middle of the field for Monaghan alongside Amanda Finnegan. Amanda Finnegan making her first start in a Monaghan jersey since 2015. Took the decision, made the call to come back in again. I see. Ball goes up and Amanda Finnegan is the first one to take it into hand there. And it's briefly and quickly through the hands. Nice ball played up in front there. The full forward, Muireann Atkinson, coming from deep, goes to ground, wins herself the free. And Monaghan of an early opportunity with Ellen McCarn. to get the opening score here. So we'll have to just look to see. 18 has come in, as I highlighted to you there. Jodie McQuillan. Cassie Blaney is in. There it is. She has replaced as Ellen McCarn drops that one in off the left and over the bar and gives Monaghan the opening score. Inside the opening minute with us here. I hear Kieran Murphy below me here shouting to watch it for going short, and Cavan went short with it and now going to build. Long ball coming up and immediately looking inside there for Evie Kiernan. Lays it off, nice little ball down in front then to Catherine Dolan, and all of a sudden the field is opened up in front of Catherine Dolan, so it is as she makes the whole way in and looks for Aisling Sheridan. That is Aisling Sheridan. It is indeed back out again into the hands then of Laura McVitie, and Laura McVitie replies. No, it's out to the wrong side of the post and wide, but very telling how Catherine Dolan broke right down through the middle there. So she did, and Monaghan just caught. It was in then to Aisling Sheridan off to Laura McVitie. Great kick out there. Midel Corrigan looking, just going to come off the Monaghan player, stops it before it goes out over the end line. That come off the hand of the Cavan player. The linesperson says no, it didn't actually cross the line, even though it did run along it. And Monaghan retain possession of it here directly below us with Abby McCary looking inside to the middle there and finds Nicola Fahy. Fahy then off to Jodie McQuillan. McQuillan then away off over then to the far side, and Monaghan now attacking with Laura McEnany cutting back into the middle to Ellen McCarn just outside the 45. Solo from Ellen. Sidesteps the first tackle. Oh, that's a beautiful ball down to this near side to Shauna Kyle. Great vision to have spotted her inside there. Back out then to Abby McCary once more. Back then again to Shauna Kyle. Kyle dropping it inside. Lovely no ball again. The bounce just takes it away. First time of asking. Strong hand going in. It's going to come back out. There's another change in the Monaghan team. Number 21 is in there as well. So it is. And again, we'll have to get a further update as to who that is. Jane Drury, I know that's in. Who it is that have replaced. We have been informed they were as per team sheet, but obviously a couple of changes has been made, so there'll be a head count and a number count done on the jerseys as Ellen McCarn has an opportunity to put another one in and over the bar, and she's managed to do that. When you don't have the benefit of having spectators to cheer each score, you're very dependent on the umpires then to confirm what you suspect, and they've done that. Ball coming out, good take there in the middle of the field from Cavan. Midfielder again, Catherine Dolan, getting involved in the early stages. Switches it over then to the far side. Mona Sheridan picking up on that one. Three of the Sheridan sisters involved today, Mona, Geraldine and Aisling, and that's Mona into Aisling, laying it back off then to Evie Kiernan. Kiernan looking inside, good hand coming in there from Aoife McInnesby to break that one away, using all of her experience at getting a hand to that one. It's out then to Amanda Casey. Amanda Casey back over into the centre. It's a high ball. The referee noted something, that there was a pull back, I think. It may have been an advantage was being played inside there, or a little tug back. And it's going to be a Monaghan free that has to go the whole way back in again. Yeah, he was playing the advantage on Aoife McInnesby. Nothing accrued from it, so it came back and it's taken quickly then to Shauna Kyle from Aoife McInnesby and played up along the line here. Looks like Abby McCary chasing that one down, doing very well, got her body round her, shielding on the ball to Ellen McCarn very quickly through the hands and down into Shauna Kyle once more, just pirouettes away from the chance, but the greasy surface of the ball just drops it momentarily from her hand, kicks it out over the head of Abby. Ellen, I could hear shouting to leave it. It was left, and again, beautiful crossfield pass from Ellen McCarn, dropping it down into the hands of Laura McEnany over on that far side. McEnany then off to Jodie McQuillan. McQuillan now dropping a long ball down inside into the full forward. Marin Atkinson goes to ground, ball spills away, and it's going to be a free out. Ball was touched on the ground there. You can pick the ball up, but you can't be when you're on the ground touching the ball. So Elaine Walsh, Cavan goalkeeper, plays out over that far side to Shauna Lynch. Shauna Lynch coming out over the 45. Has support coming off the shoulder. Yeah, Mona Sheridan makes use of that support and quickly moving it through the hands. Here goes Catherine Dolan again once more. As I say, she's getting on a lot of balls, so she is. And again, she's just running right in there. Monaghan, they take a look just to see what channels is opening up to allow that to happen. It's back out with Sheridan once more. Obviously returned back from the AFL, talking to her in the early part of the week at the launch of the league, and the one thing she noted was just getting used back to the round ball again, having had a hand on the oval ball for the majority of the start of the year, as Evie Kiernan puts that one in and out to the wrong side of the post. So 2 wides for Cavan, 2 points for Monaghan, both off the left boot from place ball of Ellen McCarn. Edel Corrigan, again, great kick out to this near side and well taken in there by Lauren Garland. Plays it across then to Jodie McQuillan. Side steps left, back on her right. Hand passing it over then to the centre. It looks like Nicola Fahy there. It is indeed. And Fahy then off then to her right hand side as well. It's back in her hands again once more. And ball directed up inside here. Great battle going on over there. Player goes to ground, comes back up with it again. Monaghan still in possession of it. Back into the centre once more. Ellen McCarn climbing highest to pull that one down and turns away. And again, little tugging in her jersey, and she immediately signals where she wants to place this one in, and has done it brilliantly, dropping it inside there to Jane Drury. But the ball wins the race. That'll go up as a wide, Monaghan's first wide of the afternoon. It was more a ball that was being played in, looking for Jane Drury, and Elaine Walsh is wasting no time as she plays this one out directly in front of her here. I think it's her captain, Laura Fitzpatrick. It was indeed, took that one. And Cavan again going long ball up. Here's this girl on it again, Catherine Dolan. Plays it off, nice ball into the hands of Sinead Green, coming through on pace, drops the ball. It's time to pick it up back once more. Monaghan allowing them just have that little bit of space out in the 45. Advantage is being played, hand is up, still remains up, dropping down inside. Could be an opportunity here for Cavan. Great save, Edel Corrigan brilliantly got her body behind that one. It was pulled on inside by Aisling Gilson, so it was great advantage was played by the referee. That was why the play broke on inside there. A brilliant save by Del Corrigan, got down very, very smartly to that one as it was pulled on volley style, and coming out with it is Abby McCary. Monaghan still in tension of the ball. Back into the hands once more. Ellen McCarn quickly through her hands into Jodie McQuillan. Again, seeing a lot of the ball in the opening minutes with us here as we look at the clock. We're about 6.5 minutes gone. Again, the bounce and the spin off the surface takes the ball away from Jane Drury over there, and Cavan now look to build from the back once more. Cracking pace to the opening stages of this game with Shauna Lynch being tackled and followed over there by Muireann Atkinson. The high hand went in, just a little tug back on her. Brendan Rice will just note that one in the book, so Muireann will be watching herself, I would have thought, for the next 2 to 3 minutes. Cavan take it quickly, dropping it back to Ciara Finnegan. Coming up into the centre, Aisling Sheridan has come out now from the full forward line, maybe to get a wee bit more involved with it, and now she lays it off. Nice little pass inside here, back out then to Nessa Bird. Nessa Bird being stood up there by Amanda Finnegan. Back again through the hands once more, and it's out then to Evie Kiernan, and cross inside once more then to Catherine Dolan. Does she back herself? Oh, Nadel Corrigan again followed that one. Another good safe pair of hands from the Monaghan goalkeeper, and it's the sort of day that the gloves are required. The sun has come out, but still a slippery, greasy surface to contend with there. As Aoife McInnesby cuts that one into the centre to Ellen McCarn. Very direct football being played by Monaghan, it must be said. Well, by both sides, but this time it's Monaghan that's playing the direct football with Muireann Atkinson. Really played very quickly to get it up into the forward lines, and Atkinson doing very well. And again, a judge to have been fouled there, as the referee just has a word and explains to Mona Sheridan what the challenge was for. And I would have thought Ellen McCarn will be called over for this one as well. Muireann Atkinson picks herself up off the ground. Brendan Rice just notes down the indiscretion in his book. Ellen McCarn will have an opportunity. Off her left again. Will she go short? No, I think she's going to back herself here. She had a runner coming through the middle there that she momentarily had looked at. She's deceiving us all. Well, she did eventually go short to Jodie McQuillan, and Jodie then plays it down inside. Lost the foot momentarily, did Jane Drury there, but still managed to get back up again. And out to this near side to Abby McCary. I can hear Kieran Murphy, the manager below me here, just shouting at them, keep ball. So that's exactly what they're doing. Nice little turn inside there once more. It's getting very crowded. Back out to Ellen McCarn off the left. Oh, I don't think it's done enough. It's just out to the wrong side of the post and wide. A second wide for Monaghan, 2 wides for Cavan, 2 points from Monaghan, both off the boot with the person that's just after having that last shot, Ellen McCarn, and it's Cavan again going short. Interesting, Cavan goes short on the kickouts. Monaghan have went long on the majority of them, but it's been working for Cavan because they've worked a lot of ball through the hands of Catherine Dolan. Now they're playing it out. Aisling Sheridan towed the ball and puts that one out over the sideline. Monaghan very keen to get on with it here, and have done that. Coming across and picking up on that one was Shauna Kyle, torn and lovely layoff then to Laura Garland that was coming in behind her. Garland puts a cross into the centre, push in on the back. No, the referee, brilliant work from Jane Drury. I think she thought she was going to get a free there for a push on the back. When it didn't happen, she then just pulled herself back up again as the Cavan player stepped over, and it's out then with Muireann Atkinson. High solo out of the ball by Muireann. Back out once more to Lauren Garland. And again, I hear the shout, keep the ball, keep the ball. You can hear all the instructions from the management teams, owing to the fact that there's no crowd to drown out that sound. It's always fascinating to pick up on it. Monaghan still in possession of it inside their 45. Back out here again once more to Jodie McQuillan. Takes a high bounce out of the ball, solo out of the ball, loses her footing and loses the ball, more importantly from her perspective. And Laura McVidio, and is turned back over again. So it is by Monaghan. Out to the near side here to Abby McCary. As I say, handling is difficult. There was heavy rain here about an hour prior to throw in. Nicola Fahy plays it across over into acres of space there. Ethan McInnesby's going to come out and pick up on that one, and Ethan McInnesby well able to carry, and that's exactly what she'll do, well able to take a score as well. Went Jodie McQuillan out down to the far side. That looks like Shauna Kyle over there. It is indeed. Turns and comes back and has Laura McInerney back again then to Shauna Kyle. Drops that one in, and that's, it's out to the wrong side. Another wide for Monaghan, so a third wide in the afternoon for them. I'm looking at the clock, we're about 10.5 minutes gone here in this first half. Cavan go long with this kick out. It's going to come out, and it's well taken by Abby McCary. Read that one from a long way out and plays it back inside then to Jane Drury once more. Drury back inside then to Marinakis and out to Ella McCarn. Didn't feel comfortable on the right boot. Wanted to come back in on the left. Has Laura done enough on that one? She has. The umpire added to the suspense, but he reached for the flag. Good score from Monaghan's perspective, that, because that was the turnover from the kick out. They're going short. Cavan went long on that last one and conceded a score. Advantage is being played here. I could even hear the referee shout the advantage, so I could. Han has gone down, advantage is over, but Cavan have retained possession, and that is why. So happy enough to continue on with it here with Nessa Bird. Nice ball played up in front, quickly through the hands. It was Geraldine Sheridan off to the sister Aisling, and Aisling now going to change it right over then to the opposite side, and again it just stretches beyond the hands there. I think it's Ciara Finnegan that's racing out for possession. It is over on that far side. She's going to come back towards the D and been stood up, and well stood up, but side steps the first the challenge, and it's inside here, and there could be a goal opportunity for Cavan. Aisling Gilson in there, and again referee was playing the advantage. Nothing accrued. The ball was lost, spilled, and it'll come back out, and Cavan may be just happy to settle down on this one, but that's the second time Aisling Gilson has got inside there and was making the beeline for the goals, but spilled the ball as she was going through on the second of the challenges. Haven't been fouled, and the first advantage was being played. When nothing accrued from it, it goes back out again, as thankfully the sun now does put an appearance in for us, and it's an opportunity for Cavan to get one on the board for themselves. 3 points, so no score. They find themselves down at the moment. It's come down off the upright. That's very unfortunate. Out to the wrong side of the post and wide, a third wide. So level on the wides front from the two sides. Adele Corrigan again goes with Aoife McInnesby, and Aoife tried her best to keep the ball in, and it didn't, and it's gone for a sideline ball for Cavan, and they take it quickly. Evie Kiernan into Geraldine Sheridan, goes to ground, and referee again, just a little tug back there, and that was just Monaghan just trying to cut down on the mistake of the kick out there. Again, it was the surface, I think, in fairness, that just carried the ball, and haven't had an opportunity on one side to get their opening score now. They have an opportunity on the other side to get it. Runners going to go for the short one, but I think the Cavan forward will be more than happy just to settle and try and pop this one over. No, has pulled it to the wrong side of the post. Laura McVeety there on wide, so Cavan may rue those two opportunities as Adele Corrigan steps out again. Cavan have pushed up on them there. Can see the hand of Casey Traynor over on the far side going up, but they go straight down the middle. Adele Corrigan instead to Jodie McQuillan. Laura McInerney over then to the far side, and here go Monaghan once more. Maeve Monaghan back inside then to Amanda Finnegan. Amanda then pops it out down in front to Casey Traynor. Monaghan now spraying the ball about, push in on the back. Going to be a free, and I would envisage this one will be worked short again. Ellen McCarn's going over. She's looking to see, Amanda Finnegan's given her the option if she wishes to use it. She's going to look inside instead. Jane Drury's done the run and went back again then to Laura Garland instead. So the build process stops once more, but quickly through the hands. That's very quickly through the hands. And inside then to Jodie McQuillan. McQuillan then inside to the number 12, Shauna Kyle. And Shauna Kyle just pulls that one to the wrong side of the post and wide. Now very quickly through the hands there from Monaghan. Again, Cavan going long with their kick out. Elaine Walsh, well taken inside there. No mark in ladies football. That would have been a well taken one if it had been the case. And it's quickly then in with Sinead Green. Back out then to Aisling Sheridan. Aisling Sheridan has been pulled out around the middle, I think, just to try and get Cavan a wee bit more on the ball as Mona Sheridan goes across on that one. Ball spilled away from her, and Monaghan have turned it over with Nicola Fahy. She looks up, Laura Garland is ahead of, or Laura McInerney I should say, is ahead of her, but the ball again just spins off the surface. rain that we had prior to throw in just contributing to the ball spinning like that off the surfaces. Aisling Sheridan puts it across from McInnesby again. Years of experience of operating in that role. Told her where to be to read where the ball was going, and she's done that and plays it out to this near side. Lovely little pick up from Sean Kyle. Just the one hand pick up under no pressure. Foot block there. Yeah, and the referee immediately on top of that one. And he's going to call across the number 12 of Eva Kiernan, and I think he's saying to her, listen, I have no choice, you put your foot right out across in front of it, so you have to accept that it's something you can't do. And it'll be interesting to see, there could be a yellow card for this as well because of the foot block, and if that's the case, I think he's going to just give a strong talking. No, it is a yellow card and a sin bin, and yeah, and again he's explaining to the manager, you know the rules, you can't foot block, so sin bin for Eva Kiernan because of that. And it's Maeve Monaghan directly below us here. How do we get the action back underway from Monaghan? Inside to Ellen McCarn. Turns away from Ellen and pops it up inside. Jane Drury again doing very well to get hand that one. Oh, that's great work from Catherine Dolan there. Ball spilled away from her. So it did, and picked up by Sinead Green and turned into the Monaghan player. Was fouled in the process and gets herself the free. Cavan building once again with Rachel Doonan. Inside to Nessa Board. Board's going to lay it off in then to Catherine Dolan. Dolan again puts the head down and goes right down through the middle. So she has, they just haven't had it show on the scoreboard, but they've been very strong through the middle. Oh, great block coming across on that one, and it's picked out by Jodie McQuillan, and Monaghan have turned it over, and here they go then over on the far side. Looks like Casey Traynor dropping it inside then to Laura McEnany. McEnany again going looking for the long ball. It goes up into the hands of Jane Drury and coming across and picked it up, and now this could open up inside for Monaghan. It's brilliantly taken by Jane Drury. Little solo on the ball. Cavan get the numbers round her south then to looks like Ellen McCarn off the left, and the goalkeeper doing very well, getting hands up to that. And again, when I say goalkeeper doing very well, because it's such a greasy ball that they're dealing with, just get your hands up and break that one down in front of you like that and take control of it. Was well done with Nessa Board coming out into the centre here once more. Looks like Mona Sheridan, it is indeed. And again, Abby McCary had the call to go up to take that one, and she takes it, plays it over to the far side then to Casey Traynor, number 13 on her back. Monaghan 3 points to the good here. 3 points to no score. Cavan still awaiting their opening score. Back with Laura McEnany just outside the 45-metre line. She's going to turn and come back out. Nicola Fahy's an option. Opts instead to go for Jodie McQuillan instead. Jodie crosses out the 45 in then to Murren Atkinson. Again, a good battle there with Murren Smith. Murren on Murren. Back out again then to Murren Atkinson, which she never actually lost possession of the ball, as that one goes right across the face of goal, and it'll go out for a wide, and that's a 5th wide as we go for the water break. The first water break of the afternoon. Intense, exciting. Opening 15 plus or 18 minutes with us here. I have to credit both sides. Obviously their first competitive outing as well in quite a while. Owing to restrictions and lockdowns, and no doubt both camps have been working hard on preparing and getting ready for this encounter. As you would expect, maybe 1 or 2 little handling errors just to get settled in, but it's Monaghan that are settled down the better of the two sides so far. 3 points to no score, 2 points coming off the boot of Ellen McCarn from place ball, and their 3rd point then coming from Laura McEnany. Cavan have had their chances as well. Aisling Gilson in for an early goal chance that was brilliantly dealt with by Edel Corrigan. And she also then followed that up, Aisling Gilson, by getting in a second time and just lost control of the ball. And she was about to pull the trigger. We got called back then for a free. And Cavan have had that opportunity of 2 frees from just on the 20-metre line from either side of the posts that they just haven't capitalised on. So a little bit of word, a little bit of talking in both camps here. And an opportunity for us maybe just to confirm who it is that made way. Cora Courtney hasn't started, so that was one of the changes, and Amy Garland appears to be the other, the twin of Lauren, of course. So that appears to be the 2 changes that Monaghan had made, as Jodie McQuillan of the Castle Blaney club started at the centre of the field, and Cora Courtney didn't start. It was Jane Drury. So 2 good players to have still sitting on your bench should you wish to bring them in. A shout going out to get all players back in place. Well, this is what happens after the water break. You break quickest, you get into your place. And I could hear the management team just shouting, cover your spaces, get back into place. And they've done that. Cavan with the kick out. Nice ball played down in front inside there to Laura McVitie. And now they're going long upside looking for Geraldine Sheridan. Done very well to get away from two Monaghan players. That's a beautiful ball coming across. And again, Maeve Monaghan going to come across and picks up on that one. Covered a lot of ground, so she did, after the ball had initially gone in over her head. And again, brilliant work from Monaghan on this near side out then to Shauna Kyle. Broke into the centre to Fahy. Fahy very quickly then laid it off in there, and it's back out once more to Shauna Kyle once more. Nice ball going down inside there to Murren Atkinson. Very strong on the ball. In then to Jodie McQuillan once more. Initially involved in this move. Back out again to Shauna Kyle. And Monaghan just playing the little bit of keep ball again. Jodie McQuillan, when she showed off to the right and come back on her left there, so she did. And now she pops a high ball up inside. Jane Drury went in strong there. And collision, just she has it full stretch to get her hand to go in for that one, and just took a heavy hit, totally accidental. It was one of those what you could refer to as a hospital pass, but she was fully committed to getting her hand out to try to get in on it, and just took a heavy collision. And just a momentary break in place, so we can just confirm those changes that Monaghan had for you then. Jane Drury possibly in for Cora Courtney, and Jodie McQuillan in for Amy Garland. That's what we noted during the course of the water break there. It's with Mona Sheridan. Nice, quickly moving through the hands of Laura Fitzpatrick. Back out again to Catherine Dolan. Very, very impressive. Here she goes again, and the field just opens up in front of Catherine Dolan when she goes and then runs inside to Aisling Sheridan. Aisling Sheridan drops that one again. That's dropping down into the hands of Adele Corrigan. Just hasn't found her range. Aisling Sheridan in there yet. As I say, it's been the transition from oval ball to round ball. Abby McCary back and quickly through the hands into Casey. It went through Lauren Garland's hands. It's back out with Lauren Garland again. Now she's coming down this near side again. Jodie McQuillan, possibly I think making her senior debut as well, has been very, very impressive. Great set of feet moving back and forth inside there. Laura Garland takes that one just under a little bit of pressure. Back out with Jodie McQuillan, Ellen McCarn, Nicola Fahy. They move it so quickly through the hands, Monaghan. So they do. And now there's a strong run coming through the middle there from Laura McEnany, and the ball then lost in possession as it was going across to Shauna Kyle. But the referee judges that there was a foul on the Monaghan player, and Ellen McCarn immediately comes over and takes charge of this one. So she does, and takes it short inside to Jane Drury. Jane Drury mishit that one. Just got her body position all wrong underneath. It's going to bounce. There'll be an opportunity maybe to keep it in, and it's done very well from Murren Atkinson to keep it in. She shimmies her way out of a little bit of bother. She's trying to come back round on her right, back to the left of Ellen McCarn, back through the hands once more now with Shauna Kyle, back into the hands of Ellen McCarn. The pace and speed with Monaghan are moving this ball out. Well, Abby McCary back out to Jodie McQuillan again. She's trying to buy herself a little acre of space. Great block coming across there. Ciara Finnegan knew that Jodie McQuillan was setting herself up for that one from distance. Great block across, and so Monaghan will just rebuild again outside here of Casey Trainer inside then to Jane Drury on the 20-metre line being shepherded well by Nessa Board. Back again then to Casey Trainer's going to change the point of attack, come back out just to the 45-metre line. Abby McCary, it's very, very patient football from Monaghan. Han coming across there, and Cavan could have an opportunity to turn it over. Nicola Fahy just pushes it along the ground out to Ellen McCarn inside then to Amanda Finnegan back then to Laura McEnany, and Laura McEnany's going to come off her right, and it's dropping in. There could be an opportunity. Was there a push inside there on the Monaghan player? Referee judges that there was nothing happened. It was great hands, it must be said, by Elaine Walsh. She watched it from a long way out, took possession of it, and Cavan clear that danger. And now look to build with Mona Sheridan coming through the centre. Nice little ball laid off inside there, and again breaking through the middle. It's the one thing Monaghan will be concerned about, is the speed with which Cavan can break through. And through the centre with Sinead Green looking up inside then for Geraldine Sheridan. A move that was started by Mona Sheridan, and now with Geraldine Sheridan at the opposite side of the field. She goes to ground, and Cavan win themselves the free. A little push in on the back being shown by the referee Brendan Rice there as to what happened and what occurred. And Cavan will now have an opportunity. They'd like to get something on the board for themselves here as we look at the scoreboard. 3 points to no score in favour of Monaghan. And Cavan with this opportunity. It looks like Laura McVitie, I think, is it? Starting over this one. No, it's Aisling Gilson maybe. It's Laura McVitie starting with her back to here, number 11 on her back. So the sin binning is over here. Aoibhinn Kiernan has returned back into the fray, as that one does go in and does go over the bar, and it is Aisling Gilson. And they get their opening account, and more importantly from Cavan's perspective, they're back to their full complement as well, so they are. The ball comes out to the near side here and picked up by Nessa Bird. Bird laying it down in front then to Sinead Green. Green then to Aisling Sheridan. Nice little juggle on the hands of the ball there. Kept possession of it. Just support coming through from Laura McVitie. McVitie coming in off the left. Oh, it just skins the inside of the post. A nice score. And again, that come from the turnover of the kick out. And they'll be happy with that. And she hasn't, even Kiernan just hasn't returned yet. She did momentarily go back in again, but I think the information has to be passed on to the referee before she can make the return. Adele Corrigan playing that one out to Abby McCary. Back again to Adele Corrigan. Two Scotchtown girls combining over to the far side. Looked like Jodie McQuillan once more that was on that one. Back into Amanda Finnegan here. Finnegan then to Lauren Garland. Garland back off to Jodie McQuillan. Jodie carries it across the 65 that's marked here. Nicola Fahy getting involved, coming up from deep. Gets a hand in on that one. Jane Drury just didn't take possession of it. Monaghan probably will know for all the possession they had, they should be a little bit further ahead on the scoreboard. Cavan will be more than happy now just to be within the point. But they break such speed down through the middle. And here they go again with Aisling Gilson getting away from Maeve Monaghan. Shimmy to the left, come back on the right. Shout goes up. How many steps? But that'll not count for much as she swings that one in and over the bar. An advantage was being played, but she finished it off. And Brendan Rice is going to have a word here as well, I think, possibly with a Monaghan player as well. Is he speaking to me of Monaghan, but we're all square here. Cavan have found their mojo in the last couple of moments. A little tick there for Maeve Monaghan, so she'll also be watching herself for the next few moments or so, just not to get herself. Even Kiernan hasn't gone back on the field yet. Obviously waiting still for the break and play for that to happen. It's back then with Laura Garland. So Monaghan, after their excellent start, going 3 points to no score, just haven't made a tell yet that they have the numerical advantage. And to Muireann Atkinson, she appears to have come out around the middle of the field now as well. Possibly get more involved. She's driving a long ball, dropping down inside, and is brilliantly taken by Ellen McCarn. And Ellen McCarn puts just out to the wrong side of the post and wide. The umpires had a long look at it. That's a 6th wide for Monaghan, so the wides is accrued for them in the last few moments. We're looking at the clock. We're 27 minutes gone with us here as Muireann Atkinson comes across, tries to dispossess, but Cavan pick up on it, and they're coming out with it here with Rachel Doonan. Nice ball played, Laura Fitzpatrick driving it up into the corner then, looking for Aisling Gilson, and 2 points to her name, one from play and one from a free, and looking now to give Cavan the lead for the first time this afternoon. That's going to go right across in front, and it's going to remain in play, and they've done that inside with Geraldine Sheridan back out to Sister Aisling, and the referee judges that there was a foul, and the player now, Aileen Kiernan, has got the hand signal from the referee that she can come back in again. So Cavan, while they were down to 14 players, have actually levelled the game with 3 unanswered scores, so we're back to parity, 15 on 15, and a 20-metre free here, and Cavan have an opportunity to take the lead then for the first time, and they'll be more than delighted with that. Possibly there's no breeze as such to talk about here, so there'll be plenty for the Monaghan management team to talk about. Didn't really capitalise on the numerical advantage. Cavan, credit where credit's due. Done a wonderful bit of work, and there they go and put themselves into the lead. Beautifully struck off the left boot there. Laura McVitie, 4 unanswered points from Cavan. Puts them 4-3 up. Adele Corrigan, long kick out over that far side. Lauren Garland bent in the back, getting it down. Little push in and her back from Mona Sheridan. Mona thought possibly maybe the Monaghan player went down to the ground a little bit easy there, but again, the experience of knowing the player was coming in behind, go to ground, a little push on the back would be more than enough to get the foul, and it done that. It went through the hands of Maeve Monaghan to Nicola Fahy. Fahy changed it over the far side here to Abby McCary. McCary then dropping one in, looking for Jodie McQuillan again. McQuillan then out to this near side to Shauna Kyle. Shauna Kyle takes a solo back down to Abby McCary. Fahy's in the middle, Nicola that is. She sees her, plays it across to her, and it's going to change the point of direction. I thought they were going to spread it out even further wide, but no, they decide just to right down the middle, and that has worked for Cavan to go down the middle. Monaghan now going to maybe try to do the same. Ellen McCarnock done very well just to take that one in at the second time of asking. Momentarily bounced over shoulder side down to Muireann Atkinson, and again Cavan get the numbers here around the D where they know the shooting zone is, and it's broken down once more and turned over, and Cavan are coming out with it. Cavan are very, very disciplined in around that shooting zone, but now they've turned it over with Jane Drury. Goes to ground back outside down to Laura McEnany. McEnany then off to this near side, quickly through the hands of Ellen McCarn. Ellen McCarn off the left. Ellen McCarn level matters here. Well, they've done everything they possibly could to cut down the shooting range, but you just can't cut down quality like that. Ellen McCarn. It was great to see her brother Jack make a return back to the Monaghan senior men yesterday. Ellen out here today for the senior ladies. And a wonderful score from Horace Cavan. So disciplined around that D where the scoring zone is. Getting the blocks in, cutting down the options. Maeve Monaghan adjudged to have overcarried, and Cavan are keen to get on with here, and rightly so as they play that one through the middle. Oh, Nicola Fahy got a hand out to it, but it's still broke inside. Aisling Sheridan, she's going to use all of her strength. Maybe players gather around her. Monaghan know the danger that she can possess. Out to Lauren McVitie once more. Over then to the near side. That looks like Gilson coming off her right on that one, and it's point for point they're going now, but that point's enough to put Cavan one back up again. 5 points to 4. Game has suddenly opened, so it has, after a period of possession being played by both sides and nothing showing on the scoreboard. All of a sudden we've had a wealth of scores. Corrigan, Edale that is, out on her 20-metre line, driving that one out, goes right over the head, and it's going to be a race for possession between Ciara Finnegan over there and Abby McCary. Finnegan wins the race on this occasion, plays it inside to Nessa Board. Board now driving a long ball up into the corner. That's well read in again then. Maeve Monaghan doing very well to Jodie McQuillan. Jodie McQuillan being very, very impressive at getting on a lot of ball. Obviously brought in for that role as well. Referee's looking at his watch. I would have thought we're close on half time with us here. I can even indeed hear him just telling them that there'll be maybe time for one more play. He's going to go for the half time whistle here, so he has. And as Cavan having been 3 down, 3 points no score down at the water break, 18 minutes in, they come roaring out of that water break. 4 unanswered points to go 4-3 to the good up. Points coming from Aisling Gilson and 2 from Lauren McVitie. Monaghan did reply with a wonder score from Ellen McCarn to level matters, but as Cavan's going into the break, 5 points to 4 up. The last score coming from Aisling Gilson in there. We're going to take a break here, but on a visage, you're not going to be going too far because there's still plenty to look forward to in this one, in this Lidl's Ladies League Division 2 encounter. It's Cavan by the minimum. Cavan 5 points, Monaghan 4. And you're welcome back to St Chernock's Park in Clonus. With us here, I'm just looking to see the Cavan team are back out again. To note if they haven't made any changes, I'm sure they'll be happy enough with the 15 that has finished the half for them, having been 3 points down. They've gotten themselves a point up at half time, 5 points to 4, so it doesn't appear as if they're going to go with any changes. Not a breeze as such to talk about. The sun has come out in the last couple of moments again with us. Alan McCarn leading her troops out as well. I'm not sure as we were, just got the word from the Cavan management team, as we were. Monaghan also look like they are going as they were as well. Jodie McQuillan is back out. Jane Drury both started, as noted for Amy Garland and Cora Courtney. So both management teams happy enough then with what they've seen early in the first half. As noted, Monaghan off to the better start, 3 points to no score. Before Cavan replied with 4 unanswered points. And interestingly, those 4 unanswered points come during the course of when Aoibhinn Kiernan was in the sin bin for them. And Monaghan did reply then with a point to level matters in the 22nd, 23rd minute before Cavan then went ahead once more. Just coming up to half time to leave it 5 points to 4. Brendan Rice, as noted, a referee in the middle, as Nessa Board and Catherine Dolan both line up in the centre as well. Catherine Dolan very, very impressive in the opening half here as well. Very strong running down through the middle, and it will be interesting to see will Monaghan try to curtail that space that was being given right down through the middle. Cavan have been very disciplined in the scoring zone, as they talk about as well. Again, Amanda Finnegan gets hand up to that one. She won the throw in at the start of the game, and she's done it again out to Jodie McQuillan. Jodie driving it long inside. Hand goes up in from Jane Drury there to win that one for herself, but she's been well shepherded out towards the far sideline, and it comes back inside here once more. Nice ball in into Laura McEnany. Ducked down onto the challenge. Adam McCarn give the shout looking for it, but they know the danger that Adam McCarn is with Shauna Kyle back again then to Jodie McQuillan, and it was partially blocked as she put that one in, and Elaine Walsh allowed it to bounce in front of her and plays it out then in front to Nessa Board. Board now carrying it out over a 20-metre line. So the first attack comes from Monaghan, but nothing accrues from it. It's with Cavan. Cavan player goes to ground and manages to get the ball laid off before the pressure come on. And here they come then with Shauna Lynch carrying over 65. Getting it as far now as the 45. There's a great run on this near side by Ciara Finnegan from Cavan, but it's over on the far side with the number 5 Sinead Green there. Back out quickly through the hands. Coming in off the boot there of the centre half back Laura McVeety, and that's a wonderful score from Laura McVeety. It was being cheered all the way the minute it left her boot, because they knew it was destined for one spot only, and that was to go over the black spot that's on the middle of the crossbar of the goals down to her left hand side. Edel Corrigan places that one out. Lovely ball played over that far side. Looked like Lauren Garland, I think, to come in on that, or was it Laura McEnany? In fact, that's who it was. High ball dropping down inside. Oh, beautifully taken by Helen McCarn. She watched it all the way. It's the skill you teach to the young ones, is the bucket catch, and we've seen it there in with Muireann Atkinson. The Cavan very, very disciplined in defence. They just get players around the shooter when they know the danger's going to come through the legs. Ellen McCarn picks it up, plays it out over then to the far side to Shauna Kyle. Shauna Kyle back in then to Jodie McQuillan. McQuillan then deep down into the corner there. And Monaghan just through the face of Muireann Atkinson again. Cavan get the numbers around the player that's in possession of the ball, so it's played out along the ground here to Abby McCary and played across this near side, looking for and using Laura McEnany. McEnany steps inside the first of the challenges. High tackle or high thing, shoulder out of the ball with Casey Traynor, and again she's looking to come back in on her right, but again Cavan get the block in on the ball. They've been very good at that. Allowed the Monaghan player to set up, watch to see what foot they're going to shoot off, and then get their blocks on it. Turn it over. Aisling Sheridan out here. It goes through her legs, a little push in on her back. The physical contact of Gaelic football would be nothing to Aisling Sheridan, considering what she would have been dealing with Collingwood in the AFL. Was very strong there, held her body to the challenge, won herself the free. Looked like she was going to take it short. Little pull back there on the Cavan player Catherine Dolan as she tried to get away. The referee didn't spot or see it as Sarah Boyd tried to play that one out. It falls into the hands of Aisling Sheridan. Aisling Sheridan off her right in and over the bar, and Cavan have come out and started the better at the start of this second half. 2 further points And all of a sudden there's 3 between them. From being 3 down, now they find themselves 3 up. It's been a wonderful turnaround from Cavan. Capitalising on opportunities that's been handed to them here, and rightly so. As Monaghan with Lauren McEnany drop it down into the centre, looking for Amanda Finnegan. Finnegan playing it up. Bounces off the hands there, and Jodie McQuillan done very well. Used her full stretch of her arm to get that one out and pulled back into herself there. And Monaghan played that inside then to Muireann Atkinson. Showed to her right, back on her left, back out on her right again. And again the Cavan players converge around her, and again the tackles come in, and this time she's judged to be pulled back. She wins herself the free, and again the referee explaining exactly what occurred and what happened there. Obviously something being said to him. Mona Sheridan just questioning what the decision was for, and again he goes through the same ritual once more of showing exactly what it was for. There's absolutely no uncertainty as to what he called the foul for, and Monaghan have an opportunity to get one back for themselves, going all the way back to about the 12th minute. Well, no, Ellen McCarn in fairness did score after the 4 points from Cavan, but they went a period of time, but they've won back on the board for themselves there again, back to a 2-point game. And I think that was Shauna Coyle that put that one in and over the bar for them as they go out short here. That just about made it over the 20-metre line for Mona Sheridan to capitalise on it. Oh, great hand from Ellen McCarn. And the player come across on her there. Well, the Cavan player in fairness could do very little, because Ellen McCarn had got herself between the two of them there and took it in. It's with Amanda Finnegan back in then to Jane Drury. Drury laying it on to Laura McEnany. Great hand coming in, dispossesses the possession of her and Cavan. The ball pulled on the ground, and an opportunity for Monaghan to get another one on the board for themselves here. Ellen McCarn will be called into action for this one. It'll be a left-footed kick just outside the 20-metre line. And again, the referee is very, very clear in his explanation as to what happened, what the free was given for, and signals where it has to go. And Ellen McCarn, I would have thought, will follow that. Oh, it's gone out to the wrong side of the post and wide. Put it too far to the furthest post away. And that could be one that could be telling at the end. That's bread and butter for a player of Ellen McCarn's quality off the left boot. As Elaine Walsh drives that one out, well taken in the centre. Catherine Dolan again, being very, very impressive. Out to the near side here to Ciara Finnegan. Finnegan off her right, driving it in. Good hands going up from Laura McGarland. Break that one down. It's with Amanda Finnegan. Plays it into the centre to Lauren McEnany, to Jodie McQuillan. McQuillan then lays it off to Abby McCary. Abby McCary to Nicola Fahy. Monaghan have turned over the initial possession of Cavan's and got it back up again. Abby McCary, and again just a little bit static, and I can see the Monaghan management team here just urging them to move with it. They don't want to see them just standing static, because that gives Cavan an opportunity to get their defensive players back in place, and that's exactly what they've done. So Laura McEnany deep up into the corner to Casey Traynor. She's operating right up in the corner now, so she isn't again. She's just trying to run herself, and a judge to overcarried. You can see the signal from the referee changed hands. In fact, I think that's what she done. Went from one hand to the other. And it's out then to Laura Fitzpatrick, the Cavan captain, number 6 on her back. And to Rachel Doonan. Doonan right over on that far sideline, being harried and hassled all the way by Abby McCary, but manages to get the ball up in then to Geraldine Sheridan. Geraldine Sheridan turns away from the attentions of Sarah Biden, comes across into the centre once more. Little tug back on her. I think it was born out of frustration more than anything else, that little tug back from the Monaghan player on the Cavan player, because Geraldine Sheridan had broken inside her, and an opportunity for Cavan to put 3 between them here again as Laura McVitie will walk over to this one. Taking her time, sun comes out, 7 minutes plus the few extra seconds gone in the second half. And this Lidl Ladies Division 2 opener with us here, Division 2 North. Tyrone and Armagh, the other 2 teams that are in this group, so it's like a mini Ulster Championship that they have in this particular division. Cavan are going to make a change as well. I see the number 26 directly below us here. Roisin O'Keefe is going to make her entrance. I think Roisin was involved possibly as well. Oh, strong challenge coming across there. And it could be a player spoken to here. Is it Aoife McInnesby that's picking herself up off the ground? I don't know if he'll take any further action, the referee. I think he'll judge just it was a body collision, and in fairness to the Cavan player, they immediately picked themselves up off the ground as well, and happy enough for that one. Aisling Gilson and Roisin O'Keefe has gone in. So she has the number 26 on her back, and there's a little bit of confusion as to who it is that's going to come off as we follow the flight of that one, and it's gone in and over the bar, and it's back out to a 3-point game. And it's the number 12, Aoibhinn Kiernan. Well, Aoibhinn had been in the sin bin on a yellow card, so that may be just a tactical. Del Corrigan dropped the ball there. She went to kick it, but the referee's happy enough that she could pick it up again. So 8 points to 5, 3-point lead for Cavan once more. As that one comes across, brilliantly read inside by Sinead Green there. Read the flight of the ball beautifully and plays it deep down into the corner to Roisin O'Keefe. Her first play on the ball, crosses it across into Aisling Sheridan. Sheridan then being triple marked, so it's back out to Roisin O'Keefe once more. Roisin O'Keefe off the edge of the D. That's a sweet point. What a way to make an introduction for yourself. Coming in off the bench, on the ball straight away and puts it in and over the bar. 4-point lead for Cavan, 9 points to 5. Going to be a double substitution for Monaghan. I see Ciara McAnespy is going to be introduced here as we watch this one going out. And it's her Maeve Monaghan. I was going to say it's her sister Aoife. It's not. It's Maeve Monaghan that took that one, and it's down in to Jodie McQuillan. Monaghan have a bit of work now to do on this one with Aoife McAnespy back inside to Laura McEnany. McEnany will put it out to Abby McCary over on the far side. Laura McEnany just picked up a knock as she went to ground after that one. I see her clutching her knee. Referee's going to stop play. As we look down on the changes that Monaghan are going to introduce is the number 20, Emer Traynor of the Donaghmine Club, and Ciara McAnespy are both going to be introduced for Monaghan. Ciara McAnespy, I would envisage, would be heading towards the forward line and looking to introduce a bit of pace inside to it there. As Lauren McEnany is back up on her feet inside to Ellen McCarn. Ellen McCarn played it down nicely to Jodie McQuillan. McQuillan playing it deep down into the corner looking for Muireann Atkinson. And again, the defence and the discipline of the Cavan defence. You could hear them being shouted at, stand up, and that's exactly what they're doing into Jodie McQuillan. Jodie McQuillan's off the outside of her boots to the wrong side of the post and wide, a second wide, but there's credit where credit's due to the Cavan defence. It's the pressure's been put on the Monaghan players that they sort of have to hurry their kicks, they have to rush the kick. Mona Sheridan coming out underneath this one. Muireann Atkinson is going to follow her the whole way. It's not Muireann Atkinson, it's Jane Drury, followed her out all the way, and the referee, the judge, is going to be a free for Monaghan. Okay, the Cavan management shouting that Mona Sheridan was isolated. There was no help for her there. That's not going to work. It's with Aoife McAnespy back inside then to Lauren Garland. Lauren Garland and quickly through the hands there. Jodie McQuillan, Lauren Garland again, Laura McEnany. It's very quick Monaghan when they do play like this, but they've coughed up possession. And again, it's the Cavan defence, it's the Cavan players standing up, not diving in, just allowing the Monaghan player to try and make the call, make the decision, and then working it for themselves. And it's down through the centre here with Aisling Gilson, and over the near side then to Ciara Finnegan. Ciara Finnegan happy to take a solo out of the ball. Cavan don't rush themselves when they get into these positions. They just get the players into the right positions, which is the important thing. As Catherine Dolan breaks through the middle, Roisin O'Keefe, she's looking for Nicola Fahy, done very well. Get a hand to her, breaks to Aoife or Maeve Monaghan. Monaghan out then to this near side to Lauren Garland. Garland puts the head down, solo out of the ball, shimmy to the left, back on the right. Lovely ball played up along the line here. Muireann Atkinson do very well, doing great to get a hand out there to break it inside, but coming across with Shauna Lynch to clear up the danger from Cavan's perspective, and she'll go with Ciara Finnegan off to her left hand side. Runs into the challenge of Laura Garland. Referee's playing an advantage there. Well, I'm not so sure what the advantage is that he's playing. I think he's playing because the Monaghan player blocked the run of the Cavan player there. The hand goes back down again. The advantage is over, and the ball still with Cavan, with Geraldine Sheridan over on that far side. She's been followed and marshalled all the way by Sarah Boyd. Geraldine Sheridan looked like she wanted to come back in on her right boot there. She's a judge. Tovey Couch, she got caught in two minds. She looked like she wanted to initially take the shot when nothing came, but she couldn't see it. She turned back inside. The changes for Cavan or for Monaghan are going to come, I would have thought, in the next break in play. That ball breaks down inside then to Casey Traynor, who it will be making way for them. We will watch with interest. That's out to the near side to Jodie McQuillan. Again, ball to ground. Allowed to play it along the ground. Didn't pick it up when on the ground. That's why that passage of play was allowed to develop there. As the paperwork goes flying here, just with the errant gust of wind that has arrived in here, and a hand in on the shoulder there. And it's a free for Monaghan out in the middle. And again, Jerry Moan, very, very vocal. The Cavan manager constantly just telling them, stand them up, stand them up. That's what you can hear, the shout from Aisling Sheridan and Lauren Garland. Great work from Aisling Sheridan, which is using all of her AFL experience there. And the ball's turned over, and Monaghan win themselves the free. But Ah, it was a wonderful passage of play from Aisling Sheridan there. She just used her body strength to stand up the Monaghan player, put her hand in, stripped possession, and very nearly then took it back as the change is made. And it's Emer Trainer that has come in for Monaghan. And is it Laura McEnany that's making way? It does appear to be. So Emer Trainer is in and Laura McEnany has gone off. So that's Monaghan's first change. It's inside to Aoife McAnespy. McAnespy then to Casey Trainer. Trainer and a high hand going up from Ellen McCarn, doing very well. Ball goes to ground. Referee, I think, will throw Ellen McCarn doing unbelievably well there. She comes back out of her left and pops it in and over the bar. Well, they may be depending on her, but when she gets it onto that trusty left boot, Ellen McCarn has only an eye for one place and one place only, the posts, and she brings it back to a 3-point game. No real goal chances, bar that one in the early stages for Aisling Gilson, and it was brilliantly saved by Adele Corrigan. And here come Cavan once more, playing it deep up, looking for Geraldine Sheridan. It breaks through them all, and Geraldine Sheridan, in fact, sorry, that's out on it now, so it was. It went quickly through the hands inside to Laura McVeety. McVeety pops it over the bar. Adele Corrigan come out and made sure that she narrowed down the angle as much as possible, and McVeety just popped it in and over the bar. Maybe momentarily had the thought of a goal on her mind there. She put that one in, and Adele Corrigan drives that one out. Been impressive kick-outs, it must be said, from both goalkeepers all afternoon. As that's brilliant football, and as Casey Trainer just pops out of her hands, and again the foul come in on her there. She's keen to get on with it, and she's done that. Up to Muireann Atkinson. Atkinson solo out of the ball. She's Jane Drury in support. Drury gives the call and gets possession, and played across then to Shauna Kyle. Shauna Kyle just not confident enough to push out then with Ellen McCarn. Ellen McCarn off the left on. They knew it was going to come in off the left, but it's broken inside. There could be a goal opportunity. High hand going in. Referee says there's nothing has come off that, and Ellen McCarn goes for the fist. Well, she can do it off the left. She can also do it from the fist, and she managed to do that. Or was it Jane Drury? No, I think it was Ellen. Put that one in and over the bar. And we're back to a 3-point game again. We've had passages of play like this where possession is a big part for both teams, and there may be nothing happening, and then all of a sudden it opens up and they go point for point. Another great kick out there. Niamh Walsh over to that far side. Cavan take possession of it and play it down into Aisling Gilson, and plays it across in then to the centre here to Dolan, I think it is. It's breaking through there, looking for Aisling Sheridan there. Keep it through the hands as the referees or the management call again. Adele Corrigan doing very well to do that one down from underneath our crossbar. Plays it out, and Monaghan now will go look and see can they capitalise on what could have been the concession of a score to try and get one for themselves. Abby McCary playing it up in front then to Amanda Finnegan. Finnegan back inside to Carey once more. Monaghan are going to be very patient, maybe a little bit too patient at times, because Cavan just filtered the players back, and now they put a little bit of pace to it with Jodie McQuillan. McQuillan, oh, lovely ball played up in front to Emer Trainer. Fresh in, fresh legs. Pops it across inside then to Muireann Atkinson. Oh, they were looking for Ellen McCarn. You could see what she was trying to do. The Cavan player being bottled up. How long is she going to hold it? Yeah, judged have overheld it, and it's going to be a free in. And again, the referee, he's brilliant at showing exactly what would happen. The Monaghan players weren't fouling, they just crowded. I suppose the Cavan player could argue, well, there was very little else I could do, but it was discipline from Monaghan's perspective that they just stood the player up. And then again, the referee once more just explaining as to why the foul went against her, as Ellen McCarn makes no mistake this time off her left, and we're going to go for the water break here. And an opportunity just to draw a breath in what has been a frantic few moments with us there. Back to a 2-point game, 10 points to 8. Cavan with the opening 2 points at the start of the second half off the boot of Laura McVeety. And their number 17, well, they didn't start with 17. I wrote down number 17. I think it was number 15, Aisling Gilson, and that's who it was indeed, before Monaghan replied then with a point once more from Shauna Kyle, and there was a further 2 points then again from Lauren McVeety. That pushed it out to 9 points to 5. Ellen McCarn brought it back to a 3-point game. Lauren McVeety, what Ellen can do at one side, Lauren McVeety's able to do at the other. Put 4 between them, but the last 2 points there just coming up to the water break, coming off the boot of Ellen McCarn, has reduced it back to 8 points to 10, while 1 from a free and 1 was a fisted effort to reduce it back to a 2-point game. So still plenty to play here. If you look at the clock, it was about the 16th minute when the water break was called there. So we still have 14 minutes of entertainment, no doubt, to look forward to here as well. It's an opportunity just for the management to get words in. It's always interesting to see after the last water break, Cavan come out and scored 4 unanswered points. Monaghan will be looking maybe to try and do something similar now. The water break is supposed to be taking on water, taking on H2O, but what you have seen is the chances for management to get word in and words spoken. And the change has gone in. Number 17 has gone in there, and Amanda Finnegan Casey has made her way off below us here. And it's Ciara McInnesby that has gone in there, and it could be just Monaghan trying to see can they catch Cavan out by making the change and having it made before it's picked up on. Two changes, because I think the Monaghan number 12 has come in, Shauna Kyle. Did she sit directly below us here? So we'll have to see, but Ciara McInnesby is in. Number 17 on her back. And we look to see if there was any other yes, 23 is in as well. Niamh Brennan has gone in of the O'Neill Shamrocks Club, and she's gone in, I believe, for Shauna Kyle. We're going to get it confirmed here on the system. PA system, yeah. And here goes Cavan down on the opposite side. Inside to Geraldine Sheridan, could be a goal opportunity. It is a goal. Well, it was Cavan that started the better after the water break, and it's similar again. They've found the back of the net, Geraldine Sheridan. And again, it was worked from back on their own. Kick out. A little push in on the back. Roisin O'Keefe just pushed in on the back of Laura Garland there. So both times Cavan have started the better after the water break. Monaghan made the changes as noted. Niamh Brennan has come in for Shauna Kyle, Ciara McInnesby in for Amanda Finnegan. And they have a bit of work to do, Monaghan now. 1:10 to 8 to find themselves training. Nicola Fahy. Fahy back then to Aoife McInnesby. McInnesby out to the far side then to Abby McCary. McCary and then to Ella McCarn. And McCarn driving a long ball deep. Yes, it's going to be looking and finding Ciara McInnesby. Running deep out into the corner here, and she's been urged to take her own, and that's exactly what she's done. Niamh Brennan back out then to Ciara McInnesby. Nice hands coming across, and looked like the one of the player was caught as that one came across, but it's back out inside then once more to Ciara McInnesby. She's been very, very busy from she got involved inside to Casey Traynor. Casey Traynor off her right, puts it in and over the bar. Good reply from Monaghan. Immediately to get back on the scoreboard, finding themselves training by 4, 9 points to 110. 2 balls on the field. Second ball, Erin ball has been dismissed of, but Ciara McInnesby is going to be very busy in there, I can tell you that now, and has already shown that, so Cavan will be mindful of it. And that one's out over to the far side. Looks like Mona Sheridan, I think, they come up for that one, and they win themselves. No, it's Aisling Gilson, and in fact, and they win themselves a line ball. Cavan, that is. Over on that far side, played nicely into Laura McVitie. McVitie then down into Aisling Sheridan, and she's sort of played the role of being in and out. She's spent the most of the game out now at this stage, out the centre of the field. Nessa board back into Aisling Sheridan again. Well, she certainly will be full of running. Great partial block coming in. Maeve Monaghan coming across, clearing the danger. And it's out then to Brennan down to Emer Traynor directly below us here. Put the hand up to push off the challenge that was coming in, and steps inside, and the players crowd in on her, and she wins herself the free. She was about on the verge, I would have thought, of an overcarry there. Jane Drury coming up, laying claim to this one. Shout went up from Jodie McQuillan, looking for it and gets it. Hands going in. Jodie McQuillan doing very well. Hold possession then in front then to Niamh Brennan. Brennan breaking right down through the middle, runs into the first of the challenges, yeah, and she put her hand out or her shoulder out and pushed off the challenge. Can't do that as the rain starts to fall here in St. Chernock's Park. We're looking at the clock, 22 minutes gone in the second half, but there will be at least 2 minutes or a minute and a half to be added for water break and substitutions. And now for a break then as well for medical attention. Well, Brenton Rice is keen to get things underway. He's done that. Mona Sheridan played it very quickly through the hands into Laura Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick then out to this near side. That looks like Catherine Dolan again, I think, who's very, very, very fast on her feet. So it is turning inside out, and again she's overcarried. And again at the end, but I think just yes, from the indecision of whether to go forward or turn to come back. And it just takes that split decision which way to go, as Holly McQuaid has now been introduced for Monaghan, who is making way Sarah Boyd. So Holly McQuaid has gone in And coming off is Sarah Boyd, and I've been told to keep an eye out for Holly McQuaid, a minor, but apparently one that is showing very well inside the training. As that ball's played down inside to Geraldine Sheridan once more. Could be in here for a second opportunity. Doesn't just get the ball up at the first time of asking, is coming out. Oh, and it's good work from Maeve Monaghan. Got into that one and out to Aoife McInnesby. McInnesby down in front to Muireann Atkinson. Muireann Atkinson obviously has come out from the forward line to shore up the defence a little bit and maybe make her way back up the field again. It's down inside then to Jodie McQuillan. McQuillan is Brennan coming off her right, run across in front of there. Still McQuillan holding on to possession, so it is now looking inside to Ciara McInnesby, and she comes out. She's such a busy little body when she's inside there. Solo out of the ball, coming off her right, swings out and across. Oh, the great hands from Elaine Walsh once more inside there again. As I say, with the wet, damp conditions that we had at the start and the little light shower rain that happened there again, those sort of balls coming in on a goalkeeper can be difficult ones to deal with, but she dealt with it brilliantly and plays it out to Shauna Lynch, to Aisling Sheridan down here in the middle. Cavan trying to capitalise with Roisin O'Keefe. Great ball played up in the distance for her. She looks behind her, she has support, but it's coming down the middle here with Catherine Dolan instead. Geraldine Sheridan, oh, lovely little layoff in front to Catherine Dolan, back inside once more to Nessa Burt. Goal opportunity, oh, what a goal from Cavan. Brilliant work the whole way from the back right up through the middle. Edel Corrigan could do nothing in regards to that one, but it was brilliant work between Geraldine Sheridan, Catherine Dolan. Played it to Nessa Burt, I think it was it to finish that one to the back of the net. Absolutely brilliant play, or was it indeed Sinead Green? Maybe, I think Sinead Green. I'm just getting a nod here. It happened so quick, the passage of play with Sinead Green. Finished that one, and it was absolutely brilliant passage of play from Cavan. Holly McQuaid from Monaghan. Well, Monaghan really all have it to do now with Niamh Brennan putting that one right across, looking inside. And now there could be an opportunity. Ellen McCarran, if she could just pull on it, I'd say that's what she will do. Finishes it to the back of the net. So goals are raining in for us here now. So they are 2-10 to 1-9. The scoreboard behind has obviously gone a little errand. It says 7-9 to 2-10, but I can tell you it's 1-9 to 2-10. As Elaine Walsh takes that one quickly. So still plenty to play for here. And the ball just being held up. And Cavan win themselves the free. Let's see, goals raining in at both sides. Roisin O'Keefe again coming from very deep. Back out once more to Catherine Dolan again. They're driving it in long and inside again. Once more, Geraldine Sheridan. There could be another opportunity here. It is another goal. What did I say about goals raining in? Well, we're getting them in plentiful supply now, so we are. And if there's any balance to the game whatsoever, Monaghan should now go up to the opposite side and maybe pop one in for themselves again. But the game has suddenly opened up, an awful lot of space developing, and obviously this would be the first competitive game for the two teams back. Tiredness may now just be a factor as well. Both sides are making their changes obviously as well, but it really is a game now that has opened up with Emer Trainer breaks through the middle on that one, but coughs up possession, and Cavan have taken it in here and are happy to hold it and retain it back on their own 45. Now drive it long. Oh, great hands going out from Aisling Sheridan to break that one in, and she knows that she has to step away from the tensions of the two Monaghan players. Find the sister Mona Sheridan, you get the feeling that it worked that one in the backyard on many's an occasion to Sinead Green. Sinead Green popping it out then inside then to Geraldine Sheridan. Sinead Green's going on the loop round behind her, and she's done that. They couldn't possibly be in here for another one. She's going to fist it in and over the bar, and that's exactly what she's done. It's 3-11 to 1-9. All of a sudden Cavan are stretching their legs and moving away, and change is coming their way as well as they introduce Niamh Keenahan from the Lara club. And also Monaghan are making a change. The number 19, Anita Newell, is going to come in from Monaghan. And we'll look just to see where those players take up their positions. Niamh Keenahan coming in there, and it looks like the number 10 of Cavan, Ciara Finnegan, that has made way for her. It is indeed. And from Monaghan's perspective, still haven't cut. It's Muireann Atkinson that has made way for, as I noted, Anita Newell. So, two changes. Change of piece. Inner trainer Holly McQuaid gets out on that one, so she does. Nice solo out of it. Back inside then to Amanda Finnegan, or to Jodie McQuillan. Ella McCarran immediately shouts, leave it, that she wants to take us in, and it's Ciara McInnesby coming out. And again, she's been so busy from she's got in there. Always very busy on the ball. Turns on that one. Has she done enough? The umpires look at each other and signal yes, that it was more than enough. 110 to 3-11. I say a game that has really opened up in the last few moments. The changes also now been made as well. And trying to keep on top of all those. Niamh Kinahan was the latest one there for Cavan. That's over the far side. Elaine Walsh out then to Laura Fitzpatrick. Back inside here once more. Possession is coughed up. Abby McCary for Monaghan will take that one. And driving it long and looking for Ellen McCarn. Oh, what a beautiful ball, it has to be said as well. Off the left, putting it across. Gillespie Kira tried to go up for that one, but Cavan know the danger that she poses, and looks like Mona Sheridan is coming out with it there. It is indeed. Closer to Laura McVeety. And forwards are backs, and backs are forwards here at the moment into Niamh Kinahan, who's just been introduced, so fresh legs there as well. I can hear the shouts going out, keep it there, so they'll be happy to do that. We're moving into the final moments of this encounter, so we are. There will be extra time to be, or not extra time, injury time to be played. Zara Fay, number 7, will be coming in very, very shortly for Cavan, but it's with Mona Sheridan. It was Mona Sheridan that started in place of Zara Fay, and she just curses her own luck there and giving that one away. As Jane Drury capitalised on it, but again, it's brilliant work inside there by the full back, Murren Smith, and plays it up inside then to one of the number of changes that has been made, and that number 26 is Roisin O'Keefe. Roisin O'Keefe plays it over into the centre to McVeety. McVeety then up deep into the corner, Geraldine Sheridan. Anita Newell trying to just put her under pressure. Back to Aisling Sheridan, back to Roisin O'Keefe. Roisin O'Keefe off the right, and it's out to the wrong side of the post and wide, and the change now will be made for Cavan. And it's Zara Fay that's coming in, and it should be a direct replacement with Mona Sheridan. It is indeed, yeah, so like for like there. Mona took her place, and now Zara takes her place back again. So Cavan in control of this one. 110-3-11. Ball coming out. Oh, brilliantly taken by Emer Traynor there. Tackled as she took that and tried to play quickly. Push in on the back. Jane Drury's RFA just introducing herself to the Monaghan player. She made her introduction there, and Monaghan keen to get on with it and played up into Holly McQuaid. McQuaid bounce out of the ball, plays it across into the centre. Quickly through the hands, Niamh Brennan. Again, you can hear the shout, go and put the hands out. Just make yourself big. Good work from Ciara McInnesby, or Ethan then playing it inside, looking for the sister. Again, great work from the goalkeeper, Elaine Walsh. Came out and laid claim to that one. And Cavan will look to build from the back again. A lot of the scores have come from this, where they build from the back and then they look inside for the front. Well, they're playing the one player up front at the moment, so keep ball will be their mantra for the moment. Zara Fay there. Gets that one picked up quickly off the ground. Back behind her, she's the sport of Lauren McVeety. McVeety turns and comes back out to this near side to Nessa Bird. Bird then swaps it right across over then to the far side to Lauren McVeety once more. Soloing on the ball, happy to hold it out there, then sidesteps Abby McCary and continues on. Gilson, and that is dropping it down inside. Looks like Emer Traynor was inside there. Quite a number of changes have been made now to both sides. Emer's been told to travel with it. That's exactly what she'll do out to Jane Drury. Drury basketball style, takes back possession back into herself to Jodie McQuillan. McQuillan swaps it right over then to the far side, looking for and finds and keeps Monaghan in possession. Back out to Niamh Brennan, Casey Traynor. Casey Traynor now plays it down inside, looking for Holly McQuaid once more. High bounce, just takes it away from her, and Murren Smith comes in behind. As we look at the clock, and we're 2 minutes into injury time here. Cavan look like they've claimed the first league points of the afternoon in this derby, making up for the loss they would have experienced in the corresponding fixture in the early part of last year, as Aisling Sheridan goes back into the centre once more, being challenged. Oh, great hand coming in there from Ciara McInnesby, and then she just had to, or Aoife McInnesby, and she just then pulled on it and put it out because she knew the Cavan player was coming in on it. It's directly below us here with Niamh Kinahan. Takes it quickly, dropping it down inside, looking for Gilsonan, Aisling Gilsonan. Allowed the ball to bounce, takes it back on her right. That's going to sweep right across, and mightn't even go out. No, Del Corrigan judged that it wasn't going to go out. Rory Beggan style, hails from the same club. There's Rory Beggan, the Scottstown club. There's the Monaghan goalkeeper. Back down into the centre here once more, and it's with Laura Garland. Garland has stood up, went to take it quickly. Took a bounce, back to Emer Traynor. Maeve Monaghan's coming raiding up along the sideline here. Well, Monaghan can throw everything at it now at this stage. Is with Drury. Oh, what a ball inside. Could be a goal opportunity for Monaghan. Yes, it's a brilliant goal. But what a ball inside from Jane Drury to find Ciara McInnesby inside there on his back to a 4-point game. 2-10 to 3-11. We'll be looking at the clock. Well, we must be well into any stoppages, and I think Brendan Rice is going to go for the full-time whistle here. What a way to finish it. A cracking second half of this here when you consider what it was at the half-time whistle. 5 points to 4, but the goals rained in, particularly during the course of the second half, and it's Cavan that prevail here. It's Cavan that claim the rights in the local derby here. More importantly, from Cavan's perspective, it's them that claim the league